Yeah, Dees, welcome to Module 7. I can't believe that we're halfway through the course and we're beginning the second half, and things move along really quickly in this course. It's just really amazing, and I think the second half of the course actually will move even faster because with this week we really start to move into a full-fledged course building type of process. And as you know, we've already done our planning. We've completed our project plan. The first progress report has been completed. You've done your first your objectives and your course outcomes and things like that. So those things are kind of in place, and in this particular phase that we're entering this week, kind of gets into how do we organize this stuff to build a course, and then where are we going to put it? And it's there'll be a learning management system. So how do we organize this thing? Well, it's going to be via the blueprint, right? And then of course, where are we going to place all this information? How are we going to store it? How are we going to make it available to the students? And that's going to be in the learning management system. So we're in a full build type of phase right now, and it's really exciting stuff. I really like the beginning of Module 7 because it kind of moves on very quickly and very efficiently, and it's exciting stuff. Let me talk a little bit about the blueprint, so you have some sense and have a heads up as to what you're going to be seeing when we do the demonstration on the blueprint, which is part of the instructor perspective pieces for this particular week. Why is it? I'm going to give you my rationale here. Why is it that we use the blueprint? Well, one is it's a really good go-to document. It's a document that serves as something of a record, and it gives you a chance to document all of the elements that are going to go into the course and things. There are situations where you need to go back. Once the course is built, you need to go back to something in order to make a change, or if for some reason there's a new instructor that needs to build it out in a different learning management. I mean, it could be any of those reasons. We have a document of record, and it makes it easy. It's very easily accessible. All right, so there's the first one. The second thing is that it's very practically speaking, from an ID perspective, it makes it really easy to build the course out in your learning management system. In this case, it's going to be Blackboard, right? As you'll see when you see the demonstration and so forth, it's the blueprint's laid out like according to the template that we have as in Blackboard right currently. It starts with the course overview, and then we have the looking ahead section down at the bottom. Those are all elements that are included, in your course template, and of course it matches perfectly with the course elements in the course that we're actually working out of, right? IDM 532. So what we'll do is, I'll go through each of one of those pieces and provide you with an explanation of what it is, how it works, and then presumably I'm going to give you a rationale for each one of them, why they're important, why we even bother with each one of them. So that's one thing you can expect. Now that's that part. The third reason why it's really valuable, I think that the blueprint has the potential of being an outstanding portfolio item. I think you can take that and bring it into a prospective employer or a boss if you're looking for a raise or something. It's a really good summary of the work that you've done, and it gives the employer like a really good idea or snapshot of what it is that you've done. And then inevitably what happens is, they'll see the blueprint, they'll think that it's such a great piece of work, they'll be dying to see what the course looks like, and then you're good to go. And then you show them the course, right? So, that's one of the, those are the three kind of rational reasons for why we work with the blueprint. What's going to happen going forward from this week on is, with each of the progressive weeks, each of the weeks represents topically, and you can check out the syllabus and see this. From here in, all the elements that we'll be dealing with in successive weeks are all elements that are going to be added to your Blackboard course. And then those include the outcomes and objectives, the instructor perspective piece, multimedia, summative assessment, formative assessment. All those are going to have, we're going to be devoted 1 week to each of those elements. You're going to have an assignment that goes along with it, and that assignment is just to create those pieces for your course, and then write up the summary or the description, or whatever, put it into the blueprint, and then build it out in the course, and that's the end of it. That's what's going to happen for the remaining 7 weeks. So it's very practical. I think this type of model, this progressive project model, really works. And probably the best benefit of this is that by the time you get to the second week or the first week in May or whatever, the project is done. It's going to be finished. You're not going to be cramming anything. You have no choice. It's already been, they're already been due in progressive weeks. It's already been completed. All you need to do is to create your presentation item, where you're kind of just summarizing what it is that you did over the course of those weeks. So, look forward to these last 7 weeks. It's really thoughtful, and I think it really makes sense. And you're just going to come out with an outstanding portfolio item in a Blackboard course with the topics that you've selected. And I could tell you, this is the second run of the course, and the topics that you picked are just fascinating. And a lot of the work that was done on the project plans, which is very, very, very good. And so I'm really looking forward to the coming weeks and so forth, and seeing the kind of work that you're going to put out there. That's that. Learning management system. It's pretty simple stuff. That's where we put the stuff, right? It's Blackboard, right? So, we're going to learn a little bit about that, what they are, the purpose they serve, and how do we define a learning management system, right? So there's there's that piece too in this week. Let me just kind of introduce something that's a little off topic here, but as you know, not this week, but the following week is the spring break week. And how we're going to approach that. Well, I encourage you to take a rest if you can. But if you do not wish to do that, or you feel like you shouldn't, then I want to give you that option too. One thing is, the spring break week is an outstanding week to either take a rest or to catch up. And so I want to give you that opportunity. But I know that some of you may have things coming up in forthcoming weeks, and you may want to get ahead a little bit. So I want to give you that opportunity too. So you have three options. You can take a rest, you can catch up, or you can move ahead. And so with that, I'm going to open Module 8 early, so that next Sunday you'll have Module 8 available to you, and you can work on it during the spring break week if you choose. You're not required. And let me just make this clear. The Module 8 material will not be due on that following Sunday. You will have 2 weeks to work on Module 8 if you opt to work on Module 8 during the spring break week. All right, and I'll make that clear again next week, just as a reminder. But again, I want to give you the opportunity to do that if you wish to. And some people, the way in which you manage your time is really up to you, and I want to give you every opportunity to manage it the way that you feel comfortable. All right. So have a great Module 7, and if you have any questions, whatever, you know how to do it. Q&A forum, or email if it's appropriate. And have a wonderful Module 7. And I'll see you online. Bye.